This is the time and place set for the taking of the video deposition of Donald Williamson. We're located today at City Hall, Mayor of the Office of the Mayor, 1101 South Saginaw Street, Flint, Michigan. The date is July the 15th, 2005. The time is 10:39:08 a.m. In the United States District Court in the Eastern District of Michigan, the case of Thomas D. Hansen, plaintiff, versus Donald Williamson individually and in his official capacity as mayor of the City of Flint and the City of Flint, defendants. Case number 04-74379 before the Honorable Victoria A. Roberts. Will the attorneys please identify themselves for the record?
It's Gregory Gibbs on behalf of Thomas Hansen, the plaintiff.
Robert Shannon on behalf of Mayor Williamson.
Hi, Lance Robbins on behalf of the City of Flint.
Would you please swear the witness?
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear that the testimony you are about to give in this matter will be the full and complete truth?
I do.
Would you state your full name, please?
Donald J Williamson.
And what is your date of birth
2/2/34.
and your current address?
3425 Parkside Drive, Flint, Michigan.
And how long have you resided at that address?
I don't know, approximately 14 years.
And what's your current marital status? Are you married?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And what's your spouse's name?
Patsy Lou.
Mr. Williamson, have you ever had your deposition taken before?
I have.
And within the last year?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so you're familiar with the basic rules of a deposition?
Fairly well, yes.
Okay. You know you have to give an oral response as opposed to the shake of a head.
I do.
Although with a camera, sometimes that's okay.
That's okay, okay.
The other thing is, if you don't understand my question, please tell me and I'll rephrase the question. Otherwise, the record reflect that I asked a question that you understood if you responded to it. Is that fair?
Okay.
I guess, do you prefer being called mayor or Mr. or?
Don is fine.
Well, I'll go with mayor.
Okay, okay.
Mayor, can you tell me before your election as mayor of the City of Flint where you were employed?
I was the chairman of the board of Sports Resorts International.
And what is Sports Resorts International?
It's just a company that manufactures parts.
What kind of parts does it manufacture?
Truck accessories.
And how long did you have that position?
I don't know, about 20 years probably.
Okay. Did Sports Resorts International go by some other name in the last 20 years?
Well, we have different subsidiaries of that.
Okay. But that name was around for 20 years?
I'm not sure if it was around the full 20 years or not. I don't know that, but if you want to, I'll get you the information.
Was it known as the Colonels? Is that?
We still have a division that's known as the Colonels.
Okay. Well, in your capacity as chair of Sports Resorts International, what kinds of duties did you perform?
Anything that come by that needed handled.
So anything at all?
If it needed to be done, yes.
Okay. And what kinds of things did this corporation do?
Basically, if you really wanted to say, it was an investor and it manufactured truck accessory parts.
Okay. So if a part needed to be manufactured, would you go out and manufacture it?
No, but I would make sure that it was done properly.
Okay. And how would you do that?
Whatever the problem was, if there was a trouble with the machine, a die, or whatever it was, you know what I mean? It was my job to make sure that the place ran.
Okay. Did you have an ownership interest in this corporation?
You mean, was I a stockholder?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. And what percentage of the stock did you own?
Just for purposes of the record, I'm not trying to cut you off, Mr. Gibbs, but I would like to get the deposition along the lines of something that's actually germane to this lawsuit, so I'm going to place an objection as to relevancy. And again, I'm not trying to cut you off, but I think that in light of the time factors that we have here, that maybe we should just talk about what's at issue in this case rather than what his ownership interest is in his business before he was mayor.
Okay. Well, let me cut to the chase on
Sure.
this one. There's a claim for punitive damages in this particular lawsuit. And because there is a claim for punitive damages, the asset portfolio of Mayor Williamson is relevant.
Okay, then I understand that too,
Yeah.
but if that's where you're going, then I'm going to place an objection and ask that you do that. If in fact you have a judgment, you can take a creditor's examination of the mayor. But it's not
Actually,
relevant.
It is relevant before judgment, and there is case
I think
law.
I don't think he's judgment proof, okay?
It's not the issue. The issue is what assets he has.
I don't think you're entitled to get into his assets.
Okay,
at this-
well, I
until you
intend
get-
to. Are you going to object to that?
Yeah, I'm going to object to it, but I'm going to let you go ask the question. I'm not telling you not to answer.
Okay. Can you tell me, Mayor, what percentage of this company that you own?
I can't tell you the exact percentage. It's upwards of 95%.
Okay. Do you have knowledge as to what the value of the corporation is?
Never thought about it.
Never thought about what the value of the company you own is?
No.
So, having not thought about it, no one's given you any information, or is someone giving you information as to what the company is owned?
Well, if I wanted to know what the company is really worth, I would have to get appraisals and all this stuff. I've never done that, so I couldn't answer that.
And no one's ever given you a value of the stock that you own?
The stock only has a value if you sell.
So no one's given you a value of the stock?
No.
Do you have any ownership interest in any other corporations?
I do.
Okay, and what other corporations do you have an ownership interest in?
I really don't know, but if you want that, I'll get you the information.
That would include stocks that you own? That information that you get me?
Whatever you would like,
Okay. In bonds?
if you would like that.
Okay. How about information about bank accounts that you hold, so we can streamline this?
I wouldn't give them to you.
You would not give those to me?
No.
Okay. Do you know how much you have in your bank accounts?
No.
And why is it that you would not give out that information?
I don't think it's any of your business.
Okay. If a court issues an order saying otherwise, would you be willing to?
If the court orders me to do something, I will follow the judge's
As a
rules.
matter of fact, I think that would be a good idea. I'm going to instruct him at this point not to answer any questions relative to his asset